Attractive watch on the wrist, but the price is almost 17,000 Australian dollars.
Crikey! Stand back, John. Have a go at the size of this beauty.
Happy New Year from the team at Watch Logistics. Well, we're working very hard, or rather hardly working. It's still only January, and I'm just pouring Daniel and myself a lovely Happy New Year drink.
Thank you, love.
Today we are drinking the Glendronach 21-year-old. Here's to you, everyone who's watching this. We're doing this for the love of it. Your comments is actually our payment, to be honest. So come along, enjoy it while we have a sip of this beautiful 21-year-old.
Need to try it. How was your watching journey? How would you sum that up in 2020?
To be very honest with you, Daniel, it has been very lackluster. Purely because there's been a lot of things going on with our daily lives that's been impacted by all the geopolitical stuff. There hasn't really been a lot of favor for me to want to talk about things. I feel there's almost a sense of guilt to talk about these first world problems, let's call it that, right?
Yeah.
But with that being said, the show must go on.
Yeah, keep it fun and yeah.
You have to, right? You have to, because life sometimes, if you don't laugh at it, you know, you'll cry.
Especially in 2026.
Yeah, well, it just started as well, right? It just started. I wanted to start this year's first episode on this thing I got for my birthday from my best friend. He always say I'm the most difficult man to buy a present for. So he went and purchased this beautiful dissection of this Patek Philippe, the Tiffany dial, the Nautilus. It'd be silly of you to think that this is a real one. We dissected, right? Basically a dissection, of course, of a replica. And I have every reason to believe that this is every part that will be exactly same as the genuine watch.
What a great concept.
You've hit the nail on the head once again, Daniel. Right? This is such a clever way to sell a replica fake watch.
100%.
Because you're no longer selling a fake watch. This is a piece of art.
No.
In terms of actually understanding all of the parts, equal sums, of course. You can dive into every dissection of this particular watch, and you get to really see the construction and the mechanics behind it. You know, you can buy someone a fake watch, it's a fake watch.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? It's tacky.
Yeah.
This has been sitting on my shelf for some time now, for the last 7 months. And every time I have a visitor to the office, they always look at it and go, oh, how cool, right?
Yeah, every time I saw it, I saw it lately and I'd be like, where did that come from?
If I was wearing that on my wrist, people will be thinking, is that fake or real? Because, you know, that's a $5 million watch or something like that. Something stupid. But because it's dissected, they don't think it's fake or real. They just think it's cool.
Yeah, it's like a piece of art. It's like when they put like a boat or like some great model of a car and they put in like a little bottle or those kind of things. It's like a different way to appreciate the watch. You really get a bigger appreciation of such a tiny thing, and look how many different parts and different sections it has to it. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah, absolutely. So now getting on to the real business, if that wasn't a hint enough, obviously the biggest news so far this year, outside of the Rolex price increase, which I'll cover briefly because there's enough people talking about it. There's enough people talking about this as well. But my spin is going to be a little bit different because I actually walked into Omega this morning thinking, I wonder if they have it in stock for me to put it on my wrist. And the short of it all is, yes, they did. They have both this version as well as the gold version that was literally just fresh off the press, and it is exactly what we all know the 3861 Speedmaster to be. It's identical. The only difference, they spend a lot more effort onto the dial, right? It's not just another sandwich dial, but they've actually made all these curves of the dial, how it sinks down, all that sort of fun stuff. But generally speaking, it's a Speedmaster with a white sub-dial. On the screen, it's an attractive watch. In person, if you just see it in a display case, it was just like, meh.
Really?
You put it on your wrist, oh, okay, what's a bit striking now on the wrist? I suppose this is the Speedmaster fatigue like we have with all the well-known models of all the watch brands.
Yeah.
You've seen it so many times. There's so many varieties and variations of it. You come another one, you're like, oh.
You get desensitized, I guess? Yeah.
I think desensitized has been the important word for every second of our lives for the last 2, 3, 4, 5 years.
I've been kind of feeling that with Rolex a little bit. I obviously don't own a Rolex, but like seeing it around, it just stands out a bit less to me after a while.
Rolex Yes, well, because you're relatively new to the game, and it didn't take you long for you to feel the way you're feeling about it. And to be real, most collectors prior to COVID, that's how they felt about Rolex. It's just another piece of Rolex. And to be honest, if it wasn't for COVID, I would dare argue Rolex may have fallen off favor already.
Interesting.
Right, because let's face the reality is more people buy Apple smartwatches than conventional watches.
Yep.
Who buys mechanical watches anymore? When's the last time you saw a young kid walking down the street wearing a watch that's below 30, under 30? I see them wear Casios and so on, which is another segue to another thing that I want to talk about on this particular episode. Anyway, long story short, went in there, tried it on, attractive watch on the wrist, but the price is almost 17,000 Australian dollars.
Crikey! Stand back, John. Have a go at the size of this beauty.
It's too much. It's way too much.
It's a lot of money for the watch.
Yeah.
Right? And I don't care if you got your ceramic bezels and you got your freaking sapphire, blah, blah. It's 16.7 to be precise, Australian dollars.
Yeah.
So this is probably about 13,000 US dollars, maybe 10,000 pounds or something like that. That's a serious price for a watch now.
Yeah.
Whereas my first Speedmaster, which was the 1A61 movement, the old bracelet, plastic dome, secondhand, but it was brand new, 39.50 Australian dollars.
Wow.
Yes, it had the older movement, but it's still a Speedmaster because the original Speedmaster was that.
Right.
And that I thought was the right price point for that particular configuration of a watch. Sure, you put your ceramic, you put your sapphire, you put the new movement, display case, beautiful movement at the back, by the way, guys, which is something just Rolex cannot compete with Omega when it comes to the beauty of the movement at the back. That's not a $4,000 watch.
Yeah.
Is it a 6,000? Probably 6,000 is a good buy. Is it a 7, 8, 9?
Like the gap's crazy.
But I will go so far, inflation adjusted, 11,000 Australian dollars. It will be a good price, expensive, but it'd be a good price for that watch. But at nearly 17,000, that's overpriced.
Yeah.
I will advise everyone who's watching this, if you're thinking about getting it, look how many variety of this damn thing is. There's 17 varieties. That's gonna be a hard ask in 2026. Not a lot of folks are just gonna dish out 17,000 for a steel watch. That all it really, aesthetically speaking, it's just got some wide subdials compared to the other models. Call me cynical. The luxury watch market is gonna be facing a crisis in the next 24 months.
Yeah, well, I'm not surprised by that because right before we started rolling, you were asking me if I was like looking at any watches and stuff, and to be honest, I would love to, but it's just unrealistic. After my Tudor, I'm not really interested in just diving back into micro brands and all that stuff. I would want a legit like watch, but it's just too expensive. There's too much priorities.
The people who are going to have the price to go into a shop. I mean, credit to Omega, they already had it available. It was just recently released. It's in the store. And that's what was like. It reminded me of the old days of old.
Yeah.
Where you just walk into a watch shop, then you release, you get to touch it and feel wonderful.
Exactly. Yeah.
But it also takes away the FOMO. That justifies the price.
Right.
A few weeks later, you're like, oh, bored with it. So how do you scratch this itch if you really go, oh my God, I've been waiting for this way sub-dial Omega Speedmaster all of my life. Well, before, even if you got the money, you want to scratch the itch, go buy the Seiko first.
Doesn't look bad.
It's quite like the same idea. And right now, you can go to Maya, on special for $556. I'm pretty sure if you're digging around secondhand, you can probably pick it up for under $400.
Yeah.
If you really want that Speedmaster so much, take La Chang's advice for you in 2026. Financial advice. Yes, this is financial advice. Go buy the damn Seiko. Wear that for 6 months. After that, you still love it and you still want the Omega, then go buy it. Power to you.
That's interesting. The that's the date and okay, yeah.
That's the date window, which is at the 4 o'clock position.
Right. Cool.
Harping on about getting that piece that you always wanted is no longer justifiable because there's just so much desensitivity going on. Even today when I was in the shop, I spoke to the sales guy and I was saying, just sort of joking around with him. Go, the Snoopy, I've been waiting this Snoopy for 6 years and I bought this many watches and I've never even been offered one. He goes, oh, Really? Well, come on, let's talk. So that tells me that they even have the Snoopies ready to sell as long as you bought some watches in the shop in Omega.
Interesting.
So this tells you the market. And this is why I say to all of you, if you're having listening to me, don't buy any watches between now. And I would even argue, don't buy watches yet. Buy at the end of this year. Because I'm telling you, the luxury watch market is going to go through a period of darkness. They are going to come at a reckoning, especially when there's so much geopolitical uncertainties around the world. People don't know what's going on with their daily lives, their work, all that going on. The last thing someone's going to be thinking about is buying a $17,000 stainless steel watch.